Is Edith still on the phone?
Hold on. Hello, this is Edie. I'm not available right now. Please leave your name and phone number, and I will return your call. Thank you. I transfer your call. Clerk's office.
Is she at lunch?
I don't know. I'm not back. I'm not up in her office. You can leave her a message on voicemail and she'll call you back when she gets a chance.
I don't like leaving messages. They never return them.
I can't tell you where she is. I don't know.
Alright. Is anybody up? And Casey will be back on next Thursday?
Next Monday.
Next Monday. Alright, it's coming Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, go ahead and transfer me to her one more time.
Hold on. Hello, this is Edie Geiser.
Hi, Edith. I need to check on my other cases. Why have they not responded? It's been about 4 months right now with 6D, Rule 6D, on the Keith White case.
Don't go anywhere. I'm just going to put you on hold so that I can get to my computer. I have 2 phones in my desk, and I'm at the one away from my computer, so hold on, okay?
Alright.
Do you want to give me the first number?
2079. Did you go to law school, Edith?
So you filed a motion for extension of time, so that...
No, I did not. I got the tracking number and all that for where I sent down Rule 6D. I did that a long time ago before the deadline, and they never did respond.
Well, you need to file your brief, and then that case will get moved.
How can you file it? Okay, there is steps of law at Supreme Court. You do 6D first. If not, you go to 7E. How can you say that I need to prepare briefs when they did not even do 6D? They are required, the Supreme Court Chief Justice Tim Armstead, who does not need to be in office with his dementia, his forgetfulness, and inability to perform law. He is to follow the rules of a court. That's what they are in place for. He is to follow 6D. I sent in and checked everything on that docket sheet that I wanted Pleasant County to send down. He did not do it. He bypassed that. I sent it in. Let me get out my wallet here. Let me find it. And I'll check it and tell you which day I mailed it in. But you did get it. I know this. You sent me the docket sheet, said check what you want sent in.
Okay,
and
why is the status? And the court can't do anything with that case until you file your brief. Do you have another case that you
how
want
can
to...
you file briefs when they cannot even issue 6D? How can you do anything when you cannot get in the courthouses? How can you do anything when they can't send... What?
Do you have another case that you would like to check on?
We have not checked on this one yet. How am I to do a case in the state of West Virginia when they will not tell the Pleasant County to send down everything that I checked? I wrote send all down. They did not send me anything, the Pleasant County Courthouse. They did not send the Supreme Court anything. Supreme Court is slacking off, not doing their job. What? How can you do law? I did everything I am to do. I sent it down there.
File your brief, Zachary. You need to file your brief.
You don't file a brief until they do 6D, or they send all the information down to your courthouse, and they send it to me. They send it to both of us. They send it to you and me. They did not do that. How am I to get in Pleasant County Courthouse when it was shut down to the public? And I don't need to do that because I followed the rules of the Supreme Court of the state of West Virginia. 6D is to be followed. How am I to proceed with this case when they did not do their job requirements? Can you explain that to me, please?
No, I want to. Do you have another case that you would like to check on?
Yes, I am on multiple cases. Every one of you guys play these games. You have meetings how to hurt me, how to take me down. Casey said it all to me, that right there. And I know you do, that you guys are evil people and you're working against me, trying to not make me become famous by winning these cases that are guaranteed victory cases.
We already covered all that this morning. Do you have another case that you want to check the status?
We're still on this one here. How am I to do a brief when you cannot get information out of a courthouse? How?
Make your argument.
My argument, I'm trying to do rules. I've sent you you guys sent me the docket sheet and told me to check and highlight everything. I wrote big at the top of it, send everything to me. Check them all. And you didn't even comply with that. How am I to do justice, get justice served in the state of West Virginia when the corrupt politic Tim Armstead is not doing his job? Can you please tell me, how am I to do a brief when I have no papers to base a case on? Because you're slacking off on your part of the duties and responsibilities of the people in the state of West Virginia.
Well, you should have copies of everything that you filed with the circuit court in the case against Keith White and John Doe. So just
Well, I do not. I do not, and I'm following the rules of the Supreme Court. Why make rules for judges to follow if they can't follow them? Because they don't have the ability with brain functions and education to do it, which you don't need no education. But how am I to do a brief when I have no evidence? I have no information. They're not sending it to me intentionally because they know I'm untouchable. They cannot beat me.
Listen to me. I'm finished talking about this case. You need to file your brief.
How? You've not answered me how to when I have no papers. You're not following the rules of a criminal or a civil criminal court. You're not doing any rules.
Any longer. Do you want to check on another case?
Who can I check on with the court system to do their job? If Tim Armstead cannot enforce justice, what is Circus America? You're seeing how sick and ridiculous these fuck-ups are right here. A delay of justice is a denial of justice. And injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Hello?
Do not start yelling as soon as I pick up the phone. That is so very rude.
Well, I've made a video of the entire thing here.
Do not start yelling at me.
Did you receive under... See how they are?
I transfer your call.
We do not have an FBI in the state of West Virginia. Drug dealers rule everything. And corrupt politics. There is no justice welcome in the state of West Virginia. Corruption, welfare fraud, Medicaid fraud, drug use is what you find in the state of West Virginia.
Supreme Court Clerk's Office.
Okay. Under 20-0079 case, did you receive I called multiple times. Do you remember ever getting a call from me asking if you got my docket sheet in where I checked everything and why nothing was sent to Pleasant County? And why...
I don't even know what case you're talking about.
It's the one where Keith White was threatened to be sanctioned from the state of West Virginia if he sued the jail authority for the way they came in my...
Number.
I already said it once. 20-0079.
You talk so fast and scream so loud that it's hard to listen sometimes.
No.
Okay, we have your motion to designate the record.
Okay. Why have they not answered that?
Well, I don't know. The court has not
Okay, hold up. The whole planet Earth, whoever's listening to me, heard the Edith, who's the main one, the most corrupt one, say that I have to do a brief. How can you do a brief when they're not even following those rules right there, giving up what they have their hands on?
I don't have anything to say.
Yeah, of course you don't, because it's so corrupt.
Whatever you want. I am Mr. Knotts. Stop.
How am I to do a brief when they will not how do I make a judge do his job? Hang up, because they're speechless, America. They cannot. They sit there and try to think of ways to defend these corrupt judges, and they cannot do it. I need to find out how to go to federal court and have Tim Armstead removed from office. You have to have 20,000 signatures or something like that. They make me keep calling. How are you to do law when there's no due process that doesn't exist in the state of West Virginia?
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished.
I want an answer. I should not be making these calls right now, America. There's no reason. If they were doing their jobs, I would not be doing this right here. It's what you have to realize, and I hope you're seeing it by now. How sick and dirty these people are and claim that we have justice in the United States. Hello? Nothing.
Hello, this is Edie.
Hi, Edith. I just talked to the other clerk, and she said that it is in the system. There is a does the Fifth Amendment in the United States U.S. Constitution, does that exist in West Virginia? America, I get so mad at these people because I have only half a brain in my head. I can outsmart, outthink, outdo them all, and it's frustrating on my part that I am supposed to be, by medical laws, rules, slower than these people here, and I can outsmart them all. It's just frustrating. Hello? Did not even hear a hello there.
Transfer your call.
They know I record this shit. They don't want to be heard.
I transfer your call.
This is not phone harassment. I'm calling to get their services that they are required to give to me, and they're not doing it. I've sent papers in, did everything I'm supposed to. They say I have to respond by paper, but they can't even answer them. They do not want me to win. They have meetings about killing me, meetings about hurting me. Casey told me, Corrupt King. It's the nickname King Corrupt is the nickname I gave him. He's a pretty nice guy.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang.
Watch this, I'll call the administrator's office next and ask if they administrate
Transfer
anything.
your call.
They cannot call it harassment. There is nobody answering any of these calls right here.
What do you want now?
Alright, I have a couple basic questions.
No, I am tired of the harassment.
This is not harassing. I am asking you for your services. I'm asking you for your services.
Shut up. I'm sick of you. What do you want now?
Okay. I'm going to start off with asking a couple questions. I know it's not your fault.
15 times this morning.
I know it's not your fault. How am I to get justice? I'm trying to get things done, and you guys are causing problems.
I'll transfer you the
Okay.
Hello, this is Edie Geiser.
Edith, I have a few basic questions. I would like you to comply and answer them properly.
I have 3 minutes. Go.
Do we have a U.S. Constitution in the state of West Virginia?
I'm not going to answer silly questions like that. Okay?
Do we have
I'm
due
gonna
process of law at Supreme Court?
help.
I put in the motion for 6D. You have to start off, America, with basic questions when you're dealing with these people to put them in their place. They don't even want to answer questions. I turned in 6D on Keith White case. What the Keith White case was about, America, West Virginia Jail Authority on 10/10/10, one of the guards came into my jail cell and beat me so bad that it still affects me to this day. TA compression fracture, 3 broken ribs, loose tooth, busted lip, and sounds like a fight outside. That's the bar owner getting ready to fight with somebody. See, they hang up on me, America. I am going to do it again. I'm calling right now. It's the bar owner causing problems. You're hearing this whole thing, and you're seeing it's not harassment. They have jobs. They need to fulfill their jobs. I'm asking them for the requirements of their job. Hi, who is this?
It's Arthur Angus.
Hey, Arthur. He's the good one. Arthur, here's the deal. What's going on right now? I've been recording everything I do. I've been recording everything. Everything's recorded.
Zach, listen to me. I was back there listening when you were talking to Edie. Now, you got the information to file your brief. Go ahead and
No, I did not. No, listen. I got the whole thing recorded. I'm going to put it on my YouTube channel. The lady that answers the desk at the front desk. Hello? Please listen to me. Please listen. They are to.
I'm gonna listen to all this, okay?
Why have they not done 6D? Why have they not? She said they have it in the computer.
I don't know, but just file your brief.
I can't file it. Here's what
Why
6.
can't you file it?
Because,
Why can't
okay,
you file it?
they received 6D. Under Rule 6D in West Virginia Supreme Court, it is corrupt Tim Armstead's job to write a letter that says, hey, Pleasant County, do your job, send everything down here to us. You send all your paperwork to us and to Zachary Knotz's address. That is what is supposed to happen under the law of the state of West Virginia. And you got corrupt Tim Armstead, who is not doing his job. He did not do it. I did what I was supposed to. I mailed it in. She admitted on camera to having it in her possession. They have not answered it. How can you skip one rule where you have nothing in your possession and go to the next one? You cannot do it. You have to do them in steps. I can't even do 7E where I prep everything myself and send it in because Tim Armstead is being wrongful.
Look, Tim Armstead's an honorable man. He's not corrupt.
I know you have to say that. Why? Oh, well, hey. I got something good to tell you.
Send a brief in. That's all you gotta do.
I can't do it without 6D or 7E. I can't do this.
Hey, we're telling you can, okay? We're giving you permission to send the brief in.
How can I do a brief and an appendix when I don't have what he is to give up? And then Tim Armstead, if he's such a really honorable person, you gotta read page 2. He had to have went to WVU University. The bottom part of page 2 is... Okay, the bottom part of page 2 belongs on the top of the page. It's not even in sequence. You cannot even read from top to bottom of that page. Then He did not say anything about my final brief that I turned into the Supreme Court of the state of West Virginia. He is thinking in his own delusional brain that he overrules the U.S. Supreme Court and can make up his own rules within a courtroom, that he stomps down the United States Supreme Court. And this is a man in a public office of the state of West Virginia. There has never been an ending to my big case that you know all about, that you was helping me get in the first time I was ever down there. He is saying that the judge in Marion County was okay, that the case has never came to an ending. I cannot get a job for 10 years because of this. And this man here is who you're calling honorable. He cannot even write a page right from top to bottom where you can read it. Little children in preschool know that you read a page from top to bottom, and he is in there losing memory, losing sight, losing his mind, trying to make judgments on things.
Hey.
Okay?
Zach.
How am I to do a brief when I don't have the things that he is to do under law?
Zach.
What?
Quit calling down here. Get you a lawyer. Quit calling down here.
I am the best pro se there is. I'm doing everything, but he is not complying with laws. Who do I talk to at the administrative office?
You send in the brief, and then we'll read it, and they'll do whatever they got to do, okay?
You can't send in a brief when you don't have no evidence. You cannot get in the courthouse of Pleasant County. He is not sending the information out. What?
Don't call anymore.
Well, who can I talk to in the administrative office? I'm going to call there next and tell them how corrupt they are. I'm calling for their services, America, and they call this harassment. Arthur, what he does is he's a security guard there. He showed me around the place. And this is absolutely sick and despicable what these people are doing. And I'm glad to show it to you, America, how corrupt they are here at this place. Threatened to sanction Keith White. The Keith White case there on 10/10/10, a guard came in my jail cell after lockdown. And he'd first taken my blanket, he took my mattress and my pillowcase from me. I said, hold up, that's my pillowcase and pillow. And where's the other man's? I don't know. And once he spun around and seen it down by the toilet, there's his, leave mine and take his. No, I'm taking yours. So it had been pissed all over the other pillow and pillowcase. And he set it out in the hallway right outside the pod. And after lockdown, I pushed the button, bring back my pillow, bring back my pillowcase. He came walking through the door, had it on his shoulder. I knew he was going to give it back. I was brushing my teeth, and then he walks in the jail cell after lockdown when he is not to be in there with me alone by myself. He hit me with it as hard as he could in the leg, and I said, what is this, a pillow fight? If so, where's one for me? A joking sense? Oh, yeah? Let's see who's stronger. He ran to the door and got down like a football player and smiled, took off running, plowed me into the wall. At that point there, I was paralyzed. Couldn't even stand up, move, or anything. And then another one came in and jumped on top of me. Both of them were on top of me, punching, broke 3 ribs, and drugged me out of the jail cell like a dead deer, a stream of blood behind me. And then they put me in the hole and left me there. A nurse at the West Virginia piece of shit jail authority walks in, shines a flashlight on me. Oh, there's no bruises. There's nothing wrong with you. I could not even sit up. I would just fall over. I could not stand up. I was on my knees, laying over my chest. I was on my knees, putting my chest over my knees, eating off the floor that way because I could not sit up. And they claim in their reports, there's 500 and some pages mailed to me, and they claim in their reports that I was standing up, looking out the jail cell window for 5 hours straight. If you have a broken back, how can you stand up for 5 hours straight? And anybody in the earth I want to see when they have a bed, a pillow, is going to stand up for 5 hours when they can lay down and sleep. Anyways, Keith White, I paid him $7,500 to sue the West Virginia Jail Authority. Remember, the Fairmont Federal Credit Unions who started my 3-year false imprisonment, where WVU Medicine worked with the state to steal all the Medicaid fraud in my name. And what happened was I paid Keith White all that money to sue the state. The day before West Virginia had to respond down in Kanawha County to 16C 132 case against the state, I was arrested. Is it an accident that out of all people on earth, the West Virginia or the Fairmont Federal Credit Union's attorney's daughter moved into my apartment building and had me arrested the day before West Virginia had to respond, and they threatened to sanction Keith if he didn't do it? Keith White did not notify me anything, tell me nothing, and my signature's not even on the agreed order of dismissal He went and shut down the case against West Virginia that we were demanding punitive and compensatory damage of, which is a lot of money because I didn't have no low-pay job. I tried to do the best I could and go into the Merchant Marines. Anyways, they were going to owe me back pay and forever pay. It was shut down. He did not notify me when I was in jail. You have to appeal it within 90 days to the U.S. Supreme Court, and I couldn't appeal it into the Supreme Court within, I think it's 90 days or 30 days. To take it to the Supreme Court of West Virginia, or 20 days, who knows. Not looking at the papers right now, but the point is, I was not out there to be able to do it, and he stole all my money, and I'm stuck with pain for the rest of my life from that. And right now, the West Virginia Supreme Court, who threatened to sanction him if he sued the state, is not even following rules, as you see right now, and they're threatening to arrest me for trying to get them to do their jobs. All these people need arrested right here. Deprivation of rights under color of law, but the FBI agent Ashley, something with an A, is absolutely corrupt. She doesn't do any part of her job requirements for white-collar crime civil division of the FBI. Bunch of fuck-ups they hire in there. She was probably a big sorority whore in college, or currently taking drugs from the people that they get. You can't doubt nothing like that. The federal judge Alloy, who's the father of the drug lord, probably threatened those FBI agents right there to hurt them somehow if they worked with me any and helped me out any. I am going to petition the grand jury of Marion County against the prosecutor Jeff Freeman, where he told on himself for kidnapping, and Jeff Freeman, is responsible for kidnapping and holding me hostage and saving the state of West Virginia. He held me hostage for 14 months in the North Central Regional Jail, tried to put me away for 16 years in Sharp Hospital to save themselves money. I did not refuse things then. In that case, 16F137, there is no order that says I had to get a mental evaluation, but there's a transport order from the dirty, rotten judge, David R. Janes. There's a transport order, but there's no order that says I needed to go anywhere. You know, nobody made an actual order. They're trying to cover up what they're doing down and dirty just to save this state money. And it needs to stop, and I'm not going to back down. They're expecting me to. I am going to next call the administrator's office. He told me specifically not to call the clerk's office. I am not harassing them. I am asking them to do their jobs. These motherfuckers would be fired anywhere else. If they were working at McDonald's, at Walmart, and not doing their jobs, out the fucking door right now. They would not have their jobs. No justice, no peace. An injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. You know, these are great sayings that Martin Luther King made for civil rights changes in the United States. And a delay of justice is a denial of justice. They keep delaying the big case. There's no way they can beat me. And wanting people to kill me, they did this stuff to me. I'm fighting for everybody that is listening right now. In the end, there's going to be a great reward. And I'm not backing down. And Ashley, I know you're sitting there listening to this while smoking meth, crack, whatever other drugs you take from people and do, and have what's the word I'm looking for? You're doing misconduct, professional misconduct at work when a person comes to you with millions of dollars in Medicaid fraud. Anybody in the United States caught stealing federal fraud, just pull up my cases and say, hey, if West Virginia University Medicine can hold hundreds of hostages and steal $750 a day, why can't I do Medicaid fraud for a small $10,000 amount, $20,000 amount, when I'm not stealing hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars like the West Virginia University Medicine is? Watch. Now, let's get down to it here. I am going to call the administrator's office. I will call the librarian office first. it's downstairs. I will put the tracking number underneath it here. I don't need to. She already admitted that they had it. And they're just not doing their job. Simple.
The number you dialed is not a working number.
I will try to find the administrator's office. WV Supreme Court. In Department of Justice and President Trump, if you're not sitting there lying to the public, like President Trump, makes me sick what you lied to the public and said that you want good law enforcement people and you want good justice in order, and then to say that the space launch to the moon, or the space launch wherever it was recently, was as good as man on the moon was. No man has ever been on the moon, and only an absolute fool believes that. Armstrong himself told children that he was never on the moon. It was a total hoax, and nobody's ever been back since him. And you got a president that's out there telling people like that, showing off stupidity. That's as ignorant as saying that water is not flammable. Salt water. And that's as stupid as saying that the earth is round and not flat. When people that try to teach that it is flat are arrested and false imprisoned. 2 people's been through that. And it's illegal to sail near Antarctica because you'll find out. You know, education gets you nothing. The whole earth is brainwashed with stupidity.
Thank you for calling the Legal Division of the Administrative Office of the Supreme Court of Appeals of West Virginia. Press 1 for Lori Pauletta Davis. Press 2 for Keith Hoover. Press 3 for Bradley Schmalzer. Press 4 for Sarah Loftus.
I don't know who's who.
Speak to a receptionist. Thank
Let's
you.
press 1.
Wait while I transfer your call. Hello, this is Lori Pauletta Davis, Administrative Counsel, on November 13th, 2019. I am out of the office indefinitely on a medical leave.
If she's out indefinitely means forever, why is her voicemail even still there?
Division of the Administrative Office.
Wait while I transfer your call.
I'm going to be totally nice to this one.
Hello, this is Keith.
Hi, I have a couple questions I would like to ask you.
Okay.
Alright, this is about, I'm going to ask you a couple basic dumb questions and then I will go into other questions. Do you have a little bit of time to talk?
Yeah, I mean, what's this about? Who is this? Who am I talking to?
Alright, my name is Pro Se. And, okay, in the state of West Virginia, is the state of West Virginia part of the United States, and do we have the U.S. Constitution in effect in the state of West Virginia here?
Well, I want to know why I'm talking to you, because, I mean, I'm not...
I'm just calling, I just called the administrator's office because do we have a due process of law in the state of West Virginia? Does the Fifth Amendment apply in the state of West Virginia?
Well, yeah.
Okay, you said yes, that's what I need to know. Now, I have a case at Supreme Court right now. They're already having meetings to hurt me, meetings to stop me from being successful and winning. This is a factual thing. Casey told me this, and I've lived the life where the jail authority people take a double homicide man who has not yet been sentenced to the front and want him to hurt me and bring him back, and he refused to do so. Another man was encouraging him to go ahead and kill me for the state of West Virginia to save money. Now, Here's what I want to ask you. Keith White case, Zachary Knott's first Keith White. He stole $7,500 from me, was threatened to be sanctioned in the state of West Virginia if he continued the lawsuit against the West Virginia Jail Authority from where I was beat real bad. And what happened was I'm now suing Keith White's insurance company. And 6D, do you know what that rule is in the West Virginia Supreme Court? Are you aware of what that is?
No, and I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, what 6D is where I send a letter in telling them that I'm requiring all the records of Pleasant County, West Virginia to be sent down there. I filled out, okay, I put in a motion asking for that, then they send me the docket sheet, and what they do next is tell me to check everything I want sent down. I do this, and they are the chief corrupt officer, Tim Armstead, is supposed to do his job requirements as a public official. He is to follow Rule 6D. I did it properly. I checked all the boxes right, send me everything, and he did not do it. And they're telling me to turn in a brief right now and an appendix. How can you turn in a brief and an appendix when the judge can't even follow Rule 6D, where he is to have Pleasant County send down all the information and have me sent the information to? He's not doing that. You can't go to the next step of court procedures.
Thank you.
You know, I can't do things when he's not doing his job requirements and following procedures of a courtroom. He should not be in a public office if he can't even follow rules and requirements of the job. Is a McDonald's worker allowed to keep their job if they're sitting there disrespecting the public, disobeying company policies? Absolutely not. They're fired. What makes him think that he can put on a black dress and become god of the earth and make up his own laws? He responded to my 19-0304 case Tim Armstead did, who should not be in public office. He responded, little children who are in preschool know that you start at the top of a page and you read from the top to the bottom. When you go to page 2 of his response, the top of the page is at the bottom of the page. Is he really showing that West Virginia is civil humans and not corrupt, sick-minded people when he can't even prep a paper right that you can't read? And then he did not even mention my final brief in his response, because he is thinking in his own brain right now, I'm a West Virginia hotshot judge. I can overrule the U.S. Supreme Court of the United States. My court is higher. That's what he's thinking he can do right now with the case law that I pulled out to use, and he's totally needs fixed. So can you do something to help me? They're telling me to do things completely off the wall, turn in briefs when you can't do it because they're not doing their jobs. They're having meetings to kill me and hurt me. What else is going to happen? Are you going to allow this kind of stuff to go in? I'm calling you because you're the administrator's office.
Well, if you have a case before the court, that has nothing to do with the administrative office.
What does an administrator's office do? Why is it called the administrator?
Because we administer the court system. We don't handle cases. The case function is in the clerk's office. We do things like, buy things. I mean, it's not we're not involved in the cases that the court has at all.
So administrator's office isn't like a superior thing that, CEO, president, something like that title?
No, the clerk's office functions totally different than the administrative office. It's two different offices, two different roles. We don't have anything to do with the cases that are before the court. It's a totally different function.
Okay, well, if judges are not following their job requirements, what do you do in the uncivil state of West Virginia?
Well, if you believe that you have a judge that is not following part of the judicial code of conduct, then you can file a complaint with the Judicial Investigation Commission.
Yeah, and the corrupt Judicial Investigation Commission right now pressed charges on me when I was going to get the sex offending Judge Thomas A. Bedell's records, who was adopting females. He was adopting them, or his dad was adopting them, but he was the one making child porn with these children that he was adopting. I was going to get that to show the United States and the whole earth what kind of people that the West Virginia hires as judges, who that you're to call your honor, but yet they rape children and make child porn with innocent adopted children in the state of West Virginia. He was doing this before he became a judge, but he was not punished, of course. And then Mark Gorby raped the 2-year-old was not punished in Morgantown, West Virginia, came to an acquittal, and Tammy Marple's case is still pending right now. And then the father of the drug lord, Judge Alloy. All these judges are in the same county. There's like a Illuminati elite group of people going around doing this, and they're getting away with it. That's why our society is crazy right now. But what can you do when they're not doing anything right? Alright.
I cannot do anything to help you, okay?
Is there anybody else I can speak to down there besides Tim Armstead, who's the most corrupt one out of any of them, and he just won the election because the people don't know? But it's good I've recorded this whole conversation, and I get this out to the public, and they can vote for somebody else and not him. So he has no business being in a public office doing what he's doing.
Well, I don't have any control of that. I mean, I can't do anything about that.
Okay. And I'll go ahead and call the FBI right now and show America how it doesn't do any good and what Ashley does. Alright.
Okay, well, good luck with the FBI.
I'm going to show you right now how corrupt Ashley is with professional misconduct. You'll get a taste of it now, how worthless they are. Wrong one.
Good afternoon, FBI. May I help you?
Hi, there is a whole bunch of corruption going on at the Supreme Court of the state of West Virginia. I've already tried to make appointments with Ashley, and she has denied them because I feel that the federal judge Alloy, who is the father of the drug lord, is threatening her somehow or doing something. But I am wanting to speak with her about all the corruption going on in the state of West Virginia right now. I'm putting out civil rights violations on camera of the judge in Kanawha County that did it on camera, and then I've recorded the entire conversation with the Supreme Court of West Virginia. They are not following any court procedures at all. The people that punish judges and attorneys are now pressing criminal charges on me with no evidence, nothing, just trying to stop me from winning. They just responded to the big case in the state of West Virginia where WVU Medicine stole all the federal fraud, and Ashley is refusing to investigate any federal fraud in her division of the FBI. Is she available right now?
She is not. She's not in the office right now.
All right.
Would you like to leave a message, or you could call our public access line and report this?
I've already met her in person, and she said get things organized and come back, which, you know, her job duties is me to be present and showing everything, and she can stack them in the order she wants. I'm putting it out there everywhere for people to see on wvcourtcorruption.com. And she's still not doing anything. She is doing major misconduct, professional misconduct.
Well, she is not, sir. She's...
Why has she never set up a meeting with me to come back?
Well, when she can, that's her prerogative.
So for 1 year, she's been real busy doing other things for a whole year?
Yes.
I don't believe that at all. Nobody watching believes that right there. They know that you're down and dirty and being corrupt and not wanting to serve. Why do you permit federal fraud in the state of West Virginia where there's no records, no consent to see required, and they can steal medical bills of $568,000 with no record to account for any of it? You're allowing, the FBI is allowing West Virginia politics to hold hostages.
Would you like to leave a message for Ashley, sir?
Sure, and I will show the United States how she does not call back, and she tries to cover it up. She is involved. That'll be very nice.
Number, please?
What?
Your number, or she can reach you?
Oh, I thought I was going to leave a message and tell her myself. And we're going to see the professional misconduct.
Do you want to transfer her? I can transfer you to her voicemail.
Yeah, this whole conversation, I want you to... Are you subscribed to my channel so you can watch the conversations I have with the other courthouses?
No, sir, I'm not. I'm not a subscriber.
Well, now everybody's going to see how... Ashley, she'll be alerted herself. She watches my channel, she'll be alerted how there is a voicemail directly to her that she needs to show that she's not professionally... Or, you know, she's not showing professional misconduct. So, yes, let's leave her a message. Transfer me over. I'll be happy to do so and show America how worthless she is. if any Lowe's manager was getting phone calls about people stealing from his store, he would be fired right now. And he would have probably try to stop it, because he has no indoctrination of stupidity like the Ashley does that I'm getting ready to leave a message for. She went to the WVU compound, an element of two substances, stupidity and indoctrination. Managers of hardware stores and stuff like that don't do it. Very few of them. The ones that can't find jobs as scientists, they might have their, and they go there and work as a manager, will have theirs. She had printers at that meeting I had with her. She could have copied anything she wanted and laid it out. But now it's all online. But it's Medicaid fraud, America, is completely legal in the state of West Virginia. China, to get your tariff money back, come here to the state of West Virginia and set up a fraud shop. A federal Medicaid fraud shop. Have one of your 200,000 Army people get their college degree and just start stealing money for you from the country that you're against right now. Hello? Nothing. They don't even... Oh, there we go.
Your call has been answered by a VIA IP office.
Ashley Archibald
Is not available. To leave a message, wait for the tone. When finished recording, press pound for more options. Record at the tone.
304-670-7397. Hi, Ashley. I am showing the United States right now how you are over the civil division of the FBI, and they are watching me leave this message. Ashley, the West Virginia Supreme Court, all in the beginning of this, is saying that I'm harassing them and stuff, trying to set me up. They've had meetings how to kill me. They've taken men to go do it in the jails, and they refuse to do it. What are you going to do to get justice served here in the United States? You told me to come back with you with everything set up, and you had a faxman, or you had a printer there. You could have copied things yourself, but it's all online now for the public to see. You are now being alerted and made aware in front of everybody that watches my channel. I ask you to show no professional misconduct and set up another meeting with me and get justice served in the state of West Virginia, because an injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere, and a delay of justice is a denial of justice. And it is your responsibilities and job duties to fix these issues and go arrest these people for everything they're doing. 304-670-7397. America, we will see if she calls and serves her duties. Or you will see that she is corrupt, just like the ones in Washington, D.C. going against the president.